What made you rage quit your job without thinking? I sold cars from 2011 to 2013. I was pretty damn good at my job. Had 6 different 20-plus car months and averaged 17 cars a month. I attributed it to the fact that I truly took care of the customer and knew my shit. I never pitched a vehicle that wouldn't suit their wants and needs, always fought for a deal that was fair to them and the dealership, was courteous of their time, etc. The thing that really made me stand out was that I devoted a lot of time into product knowledge. No one in my dealership knew the cars like me. Specifically, no one knew the features and how to operate it. My customer surveys were almost always perfect. A big factor in that is that I spent as long as it took after they picked up the car to show them how all the tech features in the car worked. I got their phone paired, set up their navigation, door and seat settings. Everything. My dealership took notice of this around the same time as the industry did. At the time, not many salespeople really cared about post-delivery customer service. I always knew that's what would bring a customer back to buy another car, or at least give me a referral. My dealership figured that out too. So they started something called the Technology Clinic that would be held every other Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. I was volunteered by my sales manager. I would not be paid for it, even though my job was to sell cars. That's how I made money. Being the young company guy that I was, and being someone who truly believes in giving the highest quality customer service possible, I begrudgingly agreed. Not that my agreement mattered. Here's the thing about the car business. Saturday is the busiest day of the week. I always sold at least 1 car on Saturdays, and would often sell as many as 3, just off of fresh customers. Granted, I worked at a huge dealership. This clinic would often take up my entire morning, so I was missing out on a shitload of customers. Over time I came to realize that the other salespeople were turning and burning their customers. As soon as the deal was done, they wouldn't go over the car's features per the customer's request. Instead, they would tell them about this nice little technology clinic we had. So basically, I would spend my entire Saturday doing other people's jobs, for customers that were not mine, on deals I didn't get paid on, during a clinic that I wasn't being compensated for. On top of that, this clinic was supposed to be more in-depth knowledge on the features, not basic shit that should have been done at the time the car was sold. So after 2 months of doing this clinic, having no support from managers to get people to do their effing jobs instead of pawning it off on me, I walked into the clinic and hit my breaking point. 35 customers were there that day, when the clinic was supposed to only have 7 to 8 max. I spent my entire day doing other people's jobs, and giving these customers the basic service they were entitled to. That day, the dealership sold 45 cars, 45 customers I missed out on. Everyone but the one new guy got a sale, and I heard multiple salespeople telling customers about the technology clinic. Meaning 2 weeks from then I'd likely have another 35 or more people in my clinic. I waited until I had helped every single customer. They showed up to the clinic. It wasn't their fault, so I didn't take it out on them. When they left, I went to my desk, typed up a letter of resignation and went to the GM's office. I went to the GM and told him everything I told you. I was going to give him a chance to make it right because frankly, I made a shitload of money there until the clinic. He responded with, "We'll talk to the staff and see what we can do," to which I responded, "No you won't. So here's what I can do." I put the resignation letter on his desk, shook his hand and walked out. The following Tuesday, while leaving a meeting with their biggest competitor, I got a call from the owner of the dealership I just left. He offered me a $200 pet clinic I had already done, and for every clinic in the future, as well as giving me a written promise to make me a finance manager within 6 months. I said, okay, and hung up the phone.